Good morning and welcome to Stitching with Cindy Botts. Today we're going to talk about water and pop bottle cozies. And I'm doing this video today for a couple different reasons. I thought it was cute. I thought these little cozies came out so cute. But the other reason I did it was it's time for the kids to start going back to school. And as a former teacher, I know a lot of the schools are not letting the kids use the water fountains due to COVID. Unfortunately, I've seen so many kids use the water fountain and their mouths touch where the water comes out. So that is just looking for ways to pass the disease, so they have been closed. A lot of the classrooms are now allowing the children to have water bottles on their desk. There's many ways you can mark your bottle with permanent marker, with masking tape, but you know, it's one more thing that the children have to remember to do, and they don't always do it. So I thought these are cute, and it keeps their water bottle a little bit cooler, so that's nice. Your drink is a little cooler, and it's a cute way for them to be able to distinguish in a glance which bottle is theirs. So if they leave their water bottle on the table or the counter and they go back and there's another bottle there, theirs is very quickly discernible of which one's theirs. They walk away from it, and I am sure their friends will say, "Hey, so-and-so, your bottle's over here," because it's recognizable when they're looking for it. So here we go. These are very quick and fun to make. All you need is an outside fabric, an inside fabric. I chose the same fabric on this one, and I used my batting leftovers. There we go, you quilters. You can use leftovers. You can use your scrappy collection. So you can use Thinsulate in the middle. You can use flannel. You can use really anything that's going to put a barrier there to help keep it cooler. If you were using this for a travel mug, let's say, instead of a bottle, again, it would keep the liquid inside it warm if you were using the mug, or protect your hand if it was one of those to-go cups that we all get. This section here is actually just a little piece of material I used to cover the elastic that's here. Okay, so this is actually elastic inside. I made mine two different sizes. Pop bottles and water bottles normally are different in sizes. I think next time I go to make a water bottle one, I'm going to make it the same size as my pop bottle one. It would just come up a little bit higher, and I'm fine with that. In fact, I think I like that better. All right, but I like the idea that they're versatile and interchangeable with each other. So here we go. Here is the pop bottle one. Okay, and again on this one, I used up some leftovers, some scraps that I had, some scrappy squares. All right, and instead of using an inside fabric and batting, I just used 2 layers of flannel for that one. So moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, if you want those kids to be able to recognize their bottles at school, oh, and at home, if you're having some kind of a holiday party or a family get-together and the kids leave their bottles everywhere, hey, go get yours. I know you had the one that had whatever color on, or, ooh, talk about football and seasonal sports. You could use these at those type of parties too and have it be theme-oriented fabric. Wow, that's a cool idea. So let's talk about actually making them. So this is a 8 by 7 inch piece of fabric that it's the flannel, 2 layers of flannel, cut at that dimensions into a rectangle. I sewed around the edges, and I gave mine a little curve. You could make yours straight if you want. I just like that little curvy element to it. Just something different. Don't have to do that. So I sewed around the 4 sides, leaving an opening that I will turn. So you turn that right sides out, then you just fold this part over and top stitch it down. So you just top stitch that down, and you really can't see where I did my fold over, okay? It's easier to do your fold over in the center of a side than at the curves, okay? Just to give yourself a little tip there. Then we have the elastic piece. Now I'm using this very wide elastic. That's what I chose. I had it left over from something, and it's going to work out perfect for this project. So what I did was I cut a square or a rectangle, and it is going to be enough to fill the gap when you put this on here. So here's my mock-up. So yeah, it's a pretty big gap. You want the material to be at least that wide, but not your elastic, because you want your elastic to be snug. You want it to stretch. Okay, and so that's why when you look at this piece, this elastic actually is cut smaller than the piece, and if I could use 2 hands, you would see that this stretches to fill that. Okay, so I laid this on my piece. Oh, it's inside out, right side out, inside out. Let's give it a little flip over here so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, let me just, using one hand sometimes it can kind of get difficult. Let's see if I can push that through. Okay, so here we are. That's it. So you can see here that I've sewn it on 2 of the sides, making sure that the stretch way, there it goes, the stretch way is from side to side. Okay, and then you have all this extra, and that's going to allow the elastic to stretch and still be covered by the fabric. Okay, so I sewed the bottom and left the top open so that I could turn it right sides out, fold that over, and stitch it down. Alright, so here's our piece here. Let's just take this off a second, and let's turn this right side out. Okay, we're going to turn this right side out so that, or inside out, so that you can see where I did the stitching. Okay, so here is our piece, and you can see how I've just attached it there on the side. Alright, you can see the excess fabric is kind of gathered up. I just gathered it up out of my way for the stitching part and clipped it out of my way. So I just pulled it out of the way and clipped it. Okay, and then you just sew both sides. Alright, and that is the quick and easy making of a water bottle or a pop bottle cozy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.